Oh, sorry about that. Waiting for it to turn on. Anyway, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, but I want to show you here are my our Trade Geniuses core miners, and um, you know, looking good, Lewis. So we had a bounce off the negative 2x of the linear regression to standard deviation, and we had a divergence in the Stoch RSI, and that's nice. And then obviously we had our buy signal, which was a confirm, and now we're pushing up through the midpoint here. It held below it, so we'll see what the next couple days does. But we ended up buying back in, and we're in at 13.46, and we'll see where that goes from now. AG, which we've been in, and it's a nice little gap up, and it's pushing up higher. It needs to get past this right here. There's a nice cup and handle, and if it does, we're looking to get into the mid sixes here. So that's what I'm looking for right now, and I'm waiting for it to flash and break through this 2 north, but I think it's going to climb its way all the way back up to here again, and so that's where I think the next big resistance area is here. So, but we're in it, and we're long, we're staying, and then going down to where's our friend Goro, which has been taking a while to recover, and but it's forming a nice bottom too, and like I said, once it gets over 420, then I think we're gonna start unwinding this whole sell-off from the last quarter. And then PAS has already recovered its sell-off from its earnings report. Okay, and flashed a buy signal also, and now we're waiting for it to push ahead here again. And then looking at the GDX and GDXJ, it's a beautiful arc here, and GDXJ looks good too. And so we're full position though, so we're just sitting back and watching, but everything looks good, and we'll wait and see though if we get a recovery in the regular market, see if that puts any kind of pressure on the metals and miners. But right now they're hiding in there, and it looks like the cryptos are holding up pretty nicely too, and still holding 4,000 on Bitcoin, and Ripple's holding back up over 40 cents again. Dipped down a little bit earlier. And I'll probably do a few more scalps over this over the next couple days, but it's in the mode now of trying to recapture 48 cents, and looking for it to come back down here and test, but still struggling. But if it breaks up again, then I think it's going to make a run for 48, and that's where I have a sell limit on right now. And then we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. But there's definitely interest in the cryptos and the miners as safe havens, and it makes perfect sense. These are the areas are not part of the banking system, or at least the miners are only tangentially, and they've done well in bear markets in the past. And then hey, I'll show you one more thing too while I have you, so you're stuck with me unless you decide to not listen anymore. Here we go. Here's TNX. Okay, look at that. That is the 10-year note here. So you guys get ready to start doing some refi action. But this is amazing. I mean, look at these lows here. Okay, and so we're down now to 275 on the 10-year. And my view is that, look, as the idiots at the Fed keep reducing their balance sheet and increasing interest rates, they're just basically going to crush credit, not kill credit. And they're going to have to offer some really cheap rates to entice people back in again. And right now, if he raises rates one more time, he guarantees an inverted yield curve. So so I think this is just going to plunge, and you know, I'm looking forward to doing a refi here in the sometime in 2020. I have a VA loan that I'm allowed to refi at any point with a mulligan. Don't even have to even qualify for it if I don't want to, and I can then just simply reduce my principal payment and my my total payment by just refinancing with the equity I reduced over the last number of years. So that's what I'm probably going to do. Take some costs out of my life, and I think it's gonna. I think probably by the middle of 2020 we're gonna be back to the 2016 lows again. I just can't see any other way. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Exter next couple days too. And you should guys look up Exter's inverted pyramid, because it's alive now. Now we're getting a stock market sell-off. There's only three things left: the Treasury market, the US dollar, and gold. And this whole Federal Reserve central banking charade will have completely blown up the world. And then we'll have to see where we go from there. But that's a few years off yet. In the meantime, we can still profit from the action. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.